In Formula One, the safety car is supposed to prevent chaos. It's supposed to slow the pack, regroup the field, and make sure the track is safe. But sometimes the restart becomes more dangerous than the incident that caused the safety car in the first place. From misjudged accelerations, to visibility disasters, to chain reactions that wiped out half the grid. These are the moments where a restart turned into a wreck. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into F1's worst safety car restarts. Before we look at the biggest safety car disasters, let's break down why restarts can be deadly. After several slow laps, tire temperatures plummet, brake temperatures drop, visibility decreases, dirty air increases instability, cars bunch up tightly, drivers are desperate to gain positions, and when the safety car dives into the pits, the race leader controls the pace. One mistake, one hesitation, one greedy acceleration, and the entire field can erupt into chaos. Let's look at the worst examples. We start with one of the most shocking multi-car crashes of the modern era, the 2020 Tuscan Grand Prix at Mugello. On the main straight, the safety car peeled in, but Valtteri Bottas, leading the pack, waited until the very last second to accelerate, as the rules allow. But the midfield expected him to go earlier. So when Bottas held steady, and then accelerated suddenly, it triggered a chain reaction pileup that destroyed multiple cars. Carlos Sainz, Kevin Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, Nicholas Latifi. Their cars slammed into each other at near full throttle. Carbon fiber exploded across the track. Drivers radioed in pure shock. One of the biggest restart crashes in years, all because of a split-second misjudgment of pace. Baku is notorious for chaotic restarts, but the 2016 European Grand Prix delivered a near catastrophe. As the safety car peeled in, the field snaked through the tight castle section. At the rear, drivers began accelerating before the leaders had gone. Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Gutierrez came within inches of a massive multi-car collision. The walls of Baku leave zero room for error. One miscalculation, and the entire midfield would have been wiped out. It was a warning of what Baku would become: a restart minefield. In 2023, Melbourne delivered what was arguably the craziest safety car restart of the decade. Late in the race, with the field bunched up for a standing restart, they charged into turn one, and all hell broke loose. Carlos Sainz collided with Fernando Alonso. Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon destroyed both Alpines in a terrifying team wipeout. Logan Sargent ran into Nick de Vries. Multiple cars slid off like bowling pins. It wasn't just a crash, it was a meltdown. Within seconds, the restart eliminated almost a third of the remaining field. One corner, one restart, total chaos. In 2021, Baku delivered once again, in a moment that confused the world. After Max Verstappen's tire failure, the race was red-flagged. Later, the safety car brought the field out for formation, and behind Lewis Hamilton, the pack nearly collided before even reaching the line. Why? Hamilton accelerated and braked suddenly to warm his tires, a common practice. But for drivers behind, visibility was terrible due to the street circuit's angles and walls. Cars behind had to take emergency action to avoid crashing into each other. It wasn't a full collision, but it showed how easily a restart can turn into a disaster when cars can't see the leader's movements. In Fuji 2008, heavy rain made visibility almost zero. As the safety car prepared to come in, the pack bunched up, but nobody seemed to know when the restart would actually happen. Jarno Trulli and Kazuki Nakajima collided in a huge crash before they even reached the line. Cars behind swerved wildly to avoid the debris, barely escaping a pileup. The restart was delayed again, and the incident became a perfect example of how confusion, not aggression, can trigger chaos. This wasn't the biggest crash, but it became one of the most famous safety car moments in F1 history. During the restart laps in Baku, Sebastian Vettel believed Lewis Hamilton had brake-tested him, slowing more than expected as the field bunched up. Vettel hit the back of Hamilton, then pulled alongside him and turned into him in anger. The collision shocked the world and sparked a massive controversy. It wasn't a restart crash in the traditional sense, but it was absolutely one of the worst safety car moments F1 has ever seen. Everyone remembers the huge opening lap crash at Spa in 1998, but many forget the restart crash that came later. After the massive first lap pileup, the race was restarted with a reduced grid. But once again, the track was soaked. Visibility was zero. Grip didn't exist. David Coulthard lost control in the spray and collided with Michael Schumacher, who tried to pass him. Schumacher's Ferrari slammed into the wall. Coulthard's McLaren sat in the middle of the track, nearly causing another multi-car disaster. It was the second major crash of the day, both triggered during restarts. In Singapore 2017, the wettest night race in F1 history, the safety car was deployed repeatedly. At one restart, before the field even reached turn 1, chaos broke loose. Kimi Räikkönen launched off the line with a perfect start. Sebastian Vettel squeezed Max Verstappen toward the inside. The three collided in a spectacular crash. Räikkönen hit Verstappen. Verstappen hit Vettel. Vettel spun out in a plume of smoke and broken carbon fiber. Three front-running cars, eliminated in 6 seconds. The restart completely changed the championship fight. The 2020 season opener in Austria featured multiple restarts due to reliability failures and collisions. At one safety car restart, the midfield chaos hit a boiling point. Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon collided at the exit of turn 4. Albon spun violently into the gravel. Behind them, several drivers checked up suddenly and nearly triggered a multi-car pileup. It was messy, confused, and full of near misses, the kind that could have easily turned into a Mugello-level disaster. So why do restarts produce so many accidents? Because they combine the worst conditions in F1: cold tires, cold brakes, zero grip, tight pack, low visibility, high risk, maximum aggression. A restart is like lighting a fuse. The leader controls everything. The pack is desperate to catch them. And one miscalculation, one twitch, can destroy half the grid. Restarts are unpredictable, dramatic, and sometimes dangerous. Safety cars keep Formula One safe, but restarts bring some of the most chaotic and unforgettable moments the sport has ever seen. From Mugello to Melbourne, Baku to Spa, these restarts shaped championships, triggered rivalries, and reminded everyone how quickly things can go wrong. If you enjoyed today's breakdown of F1's worst safety car restarts, hit that like button, subscribe for more crash deep dives, and comment below. Which restart do you think was the worst in F1 history? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more unbelievable moments from the world of Formula One.